In this episode, we will step into 3 topics of global interest at Chongqing's Two Sessions. Hear how an Australian scholar interprets Chinese modernization. Heading to the winter wonderland of Wulong with Sama. Finally, we'll review Chongqing stories that have drawn global attention this week. Chongqing's Two Sessions will open on January 27th. What suggestions are deputies to the Chongqing Municipal People's Congress and members of the Chongqing Municipal Committee of the CPPCC focusing on? And what key signals will emerge from the government's work report? We highlight 3 topics of global interest: autonomous driving, legacy protection, and urban renovation. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Ren.
I'm Hu Xin.
Over the past years, Chongqing's global profile has grown fast.
We are into cyberpunk skyline, spicy hot pot, and the magical city vibes. What else about Chongqing deserves our attention?
This year, we are here to lead our overseas friends in exploring.
Recently, Chongqing became one of the first cities to test Level 3 autonomous driving vehicles on the road. Why is Chongqing? The automotive industry is a pillar of Chongqing's economy, home to automotive giants like Chang'an and Seres. Battery leaders CATL and BYD have established production lines here. In 2025, Chongqing produced about 2.79 million vehicles, with about 1/6 exported, making it China's largest automotive base. Chongqing is also a key hub for testing smart driving and developing intelligent traffic infrastructure, preparing for the coming age of automation. Member of the Chongqing Municipal Committee of the CPPCC, Chu Wenbo, stated that more Level 3 autonomous driving models will be tested on the roads with the robotaxi trials. Imagine autonomous driving vehicles navigating Chongqing's winding roads, creating a true cyber scene. In 2024, Chongqing proposed making the city a hub for intelligent, connected and new energy vehicles. The upcoming government work report during 2026 Chongqing Two Sessions will outline new goals for the industry's growth.
Chongqing is not just a cyberpunk city, it's also a city with 1,000 years of history. How is it protecting its cultural heritage? And how can the world see the city's rich history?
Deputy to the Chongqing Municipal People's Congress, Zhu Hongqing, shared that the city is home to world-class heritage sites such as the Dazu rock carvings, a UNESCO World Heritage Site offering a vivid portrait of ancient Chinese society. Another highlight is Diaoyu Fortress, an ancient mountain fortress where local defenders resisted Mongol forces for 36 years during the Southern Song Dynasty, an event that shaped regional history and influenced the wider world. Today, Chongqing is combining strong heritage protection laws with digital technologies and immersive storytelling, transforming historic sites into living experiences and inviting global visitors to discover the city's deeper past. International visitors can explore Chongqing's heritage through the Chongqing Cloud Museum. By 2026, more cloud museums will launch, alongside renewed efforts to secure UNESCO World Heritage status for Baiheliang and the roots of the Shu Kingdom.
Beneath the skyscrapers, Chongqing's old districts undergo a renaissance. Old factories become new creative parks, while aging residential areas get new elevators and community canteens. How is Chongqing achieving this reverse growth? Old communities in Chongqing face outdated infrastructure and insufficient social services, making life difficult for residents and needing renovation. In 2025, the city began renovating 1,227 old urban communities, benefiting 300,000 households. The project includes not only aging residential areas, but also historical districts, which are crucial to the city's cultural identity, while upgrading, preserving the original cultural character interlocutor is key. Chen Weiping, deputy to the Chongqing Municipal People's Congress, explained that the city service historic buildings and include them in protection plans. The city reinforces unsafe buildings instead of demolishing them, using traditional techniques and materials. Chongqing recently announced a 3-year urban renewal plan, focusing on preserving the historical significance of old buildings while modernizing. In the future, the city will both preserve its traditions and improve residents' quality of life.
In 2026, China enters the first year of a new 5-year plan. As the world pays close attention to China's development model, a more precise and academic concept has emerged: Chinese modernization.
Yes, Australian sinologist Roland Boer, who has studied China for decades, offers his interpretation. I'm curious how he, as a foreign observer, explains the internal logic behind China's rapid development.
So why does he see consultative democracy as a key part of China's governance system? Let's hear his analysis.
As a foreign scholar who has lived in China for many years, Australian sinologist Roland Boer and those around him have witnessed China's rapid urban transformation, expanding infrastructure, and the continuous industrial upgrading. These changes are not occasional, but part of an everyday process, accumulating, advancing, and unceasing. As China's 15th five-year plan says, basically realizing socialist modernization as a key goal. How does Boer understood socialist modernization? And how, in his view, has China's past moved beyond Western models of modernization?
I also like to put it philosophically, and I call this a dialectical leap. Now, what does that mean? When I've been talking with people in China of my generation, I'm in my 60s now, and people in their 50s and 60s, there was a strong idea that in China people had to work really, really hard to catch up with the West, as though China was on the same path of modernization and catching up. But I look at it this way, as a kind of dialectical leap. So when you're on a road towards modernization, but they actually have different emphases, different styles, it comes out of the history and the system in which it's working, that the whole system that China has developed enables China to leap past the West, if I put it that way. So it's not following the same path as the West and trying to catch up by working hard or running harder. It's actually leaping ahead because there's a very different framework for doing so.
In Western countries, democracy is often reduced to a single word, elections. But in a society with vast population, diverse stages of development, and a highly complex social structure, is voting alone enough to sustain modern governance? China's 15th five-year plan emphasizes whole process people's democracy, highlighting consultation, dialogue, and consensus building. When Eastern and Western understandings of democracy diverge, Boer argues that the core issue is not opposition, but recognizing that electoral democracy and consultative democracy are not mutually exclusive. They can coexist and complement each other.
If you ask someone in a Western country, can you define democracy for me? They say, oh, it's elections. And that's about it. It's elections. And that's very interesting because, to my mind, that's a very thin definition of democracy. But what about, and there's a history of this, and I published a book last year on the history and theory of socialist governance. It goes back more than 100 years now. And it's very clear that in that particular situation, we can talk definitely about concrete experience and practice in socialist democracy. Now that's qualitatively different, and I'll limit my comments because I could go on forever about this question. In this framework, the relationship is between electoral democracy and consultative democracy. And when you've got a cultural tradition and assumption that people will talk and consult and debate and come to an agreement, this is a crucial part of democratic practice and on an everyday level. And so the fundamental relationship there's others as well, but I'll leave it here, is between electoral and consultative democracy. That's one of the qualitative differences between, let's call it capitalist democracy and socialist democracy. They're the particularities. It's a question of the system in which the democracy grows and develops in light of the history, culture, society, etc. And why do people think Western-style capitalist democracy is a kind of false democracy? I would say it's a very thin democracy which hasn't been renewed over the last 50 years, is now facing many, many, many problems.
PME Chongqing's winter isn't just about city life. There's also a deeper, more vivid beauty hidden among Wulong's mountain and rivers.
Absolutely, Alex. After the start of winter, Wulong becomes stunning. Golden ginkgo trees and red maples paint the hills like a moving oil painting.
In this episode of iChongqing, a foreign guest, Sama, guides us through Wulong's winter beauty. She'll enjoy a warm local drink in Guiyang town, taste authentic Wulong lamb hot pot, and experience warmth from inside out.
Let's discover Wulong together. Wulong's mountains are alive with color. I am Sama. Join me in Wulong district to discover the warmth of this season. Our journey begins here at the Fairy Mountain National Tourist Resort. This is Guiyang Town, a creative resort built upon a century-old village. What better way to start the day than with a cup of locally brewed coffee? This is a Wulong specialty you can't miss, the spicy red broth mutton hot pot. Its aroma is rich and inviting. That first bite is incredibly flavorful, warming you from the inside out.
This week, Chongqing continues to shine on the international stage. Let's take a look at the stories that have captured global attention.
Recently, a visit by Chinese and American youth to the Chongqing Stillwell Museum has attracted widespread attention from both domestic and international media. Outlets such as Central Africa News, Egypt News, and Malaysia News republished reports from Xinhua News Agency, while leading official medias, including CGTN and People's Daily Online, also covered the event extensively, highlighting the engaging interactions and friendship between the youth of the two countries. In addition, progress on the construction of the Wushan Goddess Escalator in Chongqing has drawn attention from leading domestic media. A series of reports by CGTN's French and Japanese channels, along with People's Daily Online, featured aerial footage showcasing the construction site and the final stages of the project. A Telugu-language short video posted by YouTube creator at CS Info Facts, featuring iconic scenes of Chongqing's monorail system, has also garnered significant online attention. To date, the video has accumulated over 216,000 views and received more than 2,600 likes.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks to everyone for watching, and thanks to Bumi for her wonderful insights.
Thanks, Alex, and thank you all for watching. We'll bring you more stories from Chongqing next time.
Let's meet showcasing new Chongqing to the world. I'm your host, Alex. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
And I'm Bumi. Bye-bye.